Alright, welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails to Daybreak 2, where we, over the last few episodes, did the connection events for...
What's next?
Yeah, for the final chapter. These are ones I chose. Me and Agnes, Fairy, Aaron, Katra, Elaine, Ren, and Yumi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All of them were interesting, but
I
you had to make
appreciate
a choice somehow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's okay.
What's
Also,
next?
off screen, I did some stuff in the Märchengarten. I used the fishing simulator to catch all the remaining fish. Doing that in the ocean fishing level, I found the hidden hot springs because it was on the little rock island on Nemeth Island that we met with Harwood. They wondered why we could quick travel there. There was the hidden hot springs. And what else? Yeah, I ran a few normal runs in the Märchengarten. So got resources and all that. Am I forgetting something? Okay, and we know there's a cutscene in a moment.
Oh my, how lovely.
What's with all the commotion? It sounds like it's coming from the front gate. Did something happen? We should go check it out. Though something tells me this will be a real pain. Yeah, it's the president.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to surprise you like this. I was just making a quick stop to partake in the festivities. I was curious to see what my alma mater had in store this year. The students have chosen a different approach this time around. Well, don't mind me. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves.
His alma mater, right, that was mentioned in Agnes's spawning event. Holy crap, it's really him! President Grimhart sure knows how to work up a crowd. I didn't realize he was an Aramis alumnus. Who knew my new school was so prestigious? Huh, Dad never told me I was going to stop by. Wait, when I think about it, Ren was hinting at something earlier. Was this it? Looks like Renee pulled one over on me again. Well, what do you want to do? Wanna go talk to him? I don't care either way. Perhaps I would have been more inclined if he bothered to tell me he was coming. Your call. Didn't realize she was in her rebellious phase. Well, I guess we don't have that much more time to kill. We need to be meeting up with everyone else pretty soon. Some characters have moved elsewhere and their conversation topics have changed. Choosing meet up with everyone from the travel menu will end free time and cause the main story to advance. So,
Oh, what a coincidence! Please, have a look around.
Oh, Lyle, you should have told me you had a girlfriend. Girlfriend? Mom, no, Chignon's just a friend. Sorry, she can be a bit of an airhead sometimes. I see. She had me worried for a second. No, Mom, it's not like that. I know we're not dating, but, well, I suppose there are worse things to be mistaken for. A girlfriend? That means I finally have an older sister. Come on, I want to talk to the mom. Oh, she's adorable, Lyle. I'm so happy for you. My brother's awesome. What are you two doing here? I thought I told you not to come. I'm sorry, Curtis. We just couldn't help ourselves. I couldn't resist the idea of seeing you have fun for once. You see, your mother and I decided to follow our hearts this time. To live without regret, so to speak. It's important to focus on your happiness, after all. Don't make it sound all noble, you're just indulging yourselves. Can't even imagine what Kisara would say if she saw us right now. Anyway, go home, would you? You've had your fill. What are you talking about? The festival just started. That's right. We still have to see the show you're putting on, Curtis, so I'm so excited. These two are so stubborn, I'm doomed. Please, I'm begging you, just go home already. I'm only here to help with the student council. I'm not even in any of the shows. Are you listening to me?
Okay.
Our Curtis has grown into a fine young man. With the help of Aramis, he matured into an even finer adult. We might meet the greater faculty later and ask for a tour of the campus. Curtis has been staying late to help a festival ever since school started. I'm positive he's involved in all sorts of events. I'll make sure to see all of them. Quick look up if anything in any of the other districts changed. Anything obvious? So nothing new elsewhere.
Welcome to the Aramis Academy.
A few characters are missing, so I guess we will find them at school now. And let's see what else is going on. Okay, Aramis window shopping squad roll out. We're gonna window shop till we drop. As we pass out every move of our mirror pinching ways, my conquest of a festival will be complete. When I will laugh triumphantly from a rooftop, when the vanquished shall bow down to their new grand ruler. Your maniacal plans make sense to you and you alone. How about this, Nadia? Instead of doing something completely nonsensical, why don't we just go on a normal date? You're such a killjoy, as can't you just loosen up for once in your... Wait, did you just say... There's a lot of two-person events here. In fact, there's almost too many. I have my suspicion as to who's behind that. But hey, I'm not complaining. It works out well for us, don't you think? Now let's get out there and show everyone we have the strongest one in the whole wide world. Come on, let's go. Okay. You've been staring off into space for a while now, something wrong? Not really, but if you'd really like to know what's on my mind. I've just been thinking that I don't have to try and be a replacement for Ace anymore. I see. What do I do? This is acting really weird. Nadia, calm down. Now's not the time to be panicking. You're right. Just a date with S. I'm going on a date with... my mind's gone totally blank. I don't know what to do. Well, you can always let Swin take the lead. Just leave everything to him. Alright. I didn't expect her to be so at a loss when she's finally being pursued. Given all the flirting she's done with him. She's so adorable. Okay. Good. But it's the upper floors, right? Yeah. We go there a moment later. Just first look around outside. The others tell me you're quite the movie reference eater. Well, I don't know if I'd go so far as to call myself a buff, but I definitely do enjoy them from time to time. In fact, I've been looking forward to meeting director Gotti in person for a while now. Oh, really? Then you must also know the splendor of sex, and my director would kindly ask you to refrain from using such language and speaking to our Royal Highness. It's perfectly alright, Nigel. It doesn't bother me. But, Your Highness, I know that deep down Mr. Gotti is far more interested in capturing the nuance underneath that kind of shallow surface level material. He only uses it as a means to explore humanity's primitive desires and to show the conception of oneself in relation to the perception of others. And at its foundation, his work speaks to a greater desire to rebel against the contradictory reality of life in our current society. He's extremely adept at hiding that kind of subtext within his films. Sorry, I don't think I follow. Actually, now that I think about it, didn't Vance say something similar back in Verbert? Amazing to think you saw the true meaning behind my work. You're saying she's right? Oh, but it's likely only the tip of the iceberg. To truly understand the full breadth of meaning behind your films must be truly impossible. Not at all, Your Highness. Knowing someone like you appreciates my work is what gives it meaning in the first place. Are these two making a deep connection, or is it just some kind of waking nightmare?
A card battle tournament.
This would be a good idea to develop new avenues to deliver your films, director. That way your messages will reach even more people. Not being so confined by existing filming techniques would make things easier, of course. What about incorporating some different mediums? You're right, I've been avoiding literary forms of expression on purpose. But if I could make use of the audience's visual and auditory senses, that would knock their socks off. It sounds very daring, but I believe it could be well worth the attempt. Yes, a new age of motion pictures arrived! I'm excited to see it, director. Thank you, Your Highness. These two may be getting along a little too well. Yeah, something about this has me very afraid. Don't you think you ought to put a stop on this, Naji? I think we're too late.
Alrighty.
His Highness often falls prey to his base tendencies when Director Gotti is around, but I hardly thought it possible that Princess Zeta would take after him in that regard. This was a severe miscalculation on my part. Looks like Gotti is really hitting it off with a royal family, like 3 peas in a pot.
As well as a one-on-one basketball game. To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Alright.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
You dirty thief! How dare you dine and dash at one of my students' establishments? You're not getting off easy for this one, mister. I'm sorry, I don't do it again, I promise. Sonia is really something else. But to be honest, that's kind of what I like about her. What's it been now? 4 months? You two look like you're doing well. Yeah, you too, Jess. A little late saying this, but congrats on your debut in Crossbell. I hear you're becoming a bit of a household name over there. Proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Same, honestly, hearing about everything you've accomplished has been super inspiring to me. So inspiring, in fact, that I've been working my butt off these past 4 months. I think I've only gotten as far as I thanks to you. No, I don't. Look, I'm sorry, guys. I still feel guilty about us giving up on that share house. That was all my fault. Oh, come on, Jess, you still on that? Don't feel guilty, man. We made that decision together, remember? We all went our separate ways so that we can follow our own paths and live the best lives we can. That's why I'm going to an art school. I'm chasing my dreams now. Are you two doing the same? Yeah, you're right. We're all going to find our way so that when we meet again someday, we'll all be confident in who we are. That's the plan, right? Or have we two had a change of heart? Who can say? Though at the very least, I don't think we're ever going to let ourselves get trapped in a situation like that again. Definitely. All the feelings I had up to now are still just as precious to me as they were back then. But now, we know how to move forward, isn't that right? For sure.
A card battle tournament is
I'm planning to do a big live show here in the capital soon. The saying my manager has been stoked about it would be the understatement of a century. He's going to be calling it a homecoming tour.
Then I invite you to come by.
Name aside, I'm looking forward to playing in the capital again. It'll just be like old times. I'm really glad we got to meet up again like this. We've been exchanging letters, but it still feels really good to see each other in person again. The two of them seem to be doing well. Glad to see it. Hopefully we can meet up again before too long. There's just so much I'd like to talk with them about. I was really nervous to see Jess again after all this time, but I'm relieved to see he hasn't changed a bit. I guess it goes to show that Jess will always be Jess, no matter how high up the ladder of fame he goes. Anyway, I can't rest on my laurels now. Gotta put my nose to the grindstone and wanna achieve my dreams too.
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing.
Then he said he was
on the
off duty
first
today,
floor.
but then he had to go to work again. I
Do
always
you
tell him
have
it's
what it
okay,
takes
but
to
it still makes
oust
me
our
sad.
resident game master?
Oh, Kiki.
Then I invite you
I'm
to
sure your
come
daddy
by
is just
and try your
sad.
luck.
In fact, I know he hates when he can't be around to play with you. I'm sure he still wants you to have fun while he's away. And when he gets back, we can all play together. That sounds good. Yeah, let's go play with Michi. I tell Ellie all about how cute he is later. That sounds wonderful, sweetie. I'm sure you'll be thrilled to hear all about it. I knew there was a chance my husband would be called away to work today. I understand his job is important, but like my daughter, I'm always a little disappointed when he has to leave. Still, this sort of thing comes with the territory when your husband is a dashing police officer. I'm kind of sad Daddy had to go to work, but I'll be okay. I'm gonna learn that Mishi dance so I can show it to him later. Ah, Mishi, I love you. Your dancing's the best. Grant me a wishy too, Mishi.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game.
Oh wow, so this is famous Mishi show. Looks like it's mainly aimed at kids, but it seems pretty fun. I think I might enjoy it. Is Mishi a mascot for a theme park over in Crossbow? Yeah, it's called Michelin Wonderland. My father took me there a few times during his business trips. It has this delicious Mishi-shaped ice cream, and they have a few characters roaming the park, such as a robotic version of Mishi called Mecha Mishi. You're more than due for a visit since you've clearly never been. I'll even be happy to accompany you. Sounds like fun, let's do it. Wait, a trip to Crossbow sounds pricey. Guess I better rake in some serious dough at my roasted chestnut stand. Now with that settled, I ought to bring you up to speed on all you've missed out on with regards to Mishi. First I'm going to teach you his catchphrase. Repeat after me. Make a wishy with Mishi. Okay, I'll give it a try. Make a wishy with Mishi.
In the left wing on the first floor.
When I went to Michelin last, Rumstead was the one accompanying me. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, but everyone else there was with family and friends. I will have Eddie with me next time. I'm sure we'll have a wonderful time together. I really like hanging out with Berselia. She's introduced me to all kinds of things I never knew about before. But if I told you I don't have a mirror for a trip to Crossbow, I think I might die of embarrassment. Guess I have to put my money where my mouth is and grind out some cash. Gotta watch my budget too. We're not done yet. Let's make this school year one to remember by making a wishy with Mishi. Do I really have to dance with Mishi? This is a lot harder than I thought. Wow, you're bad at this. Like, really, really bad. Don't quit your day job. I agree that he could use a few pointers, so why don't you teach him how to dance when you meet? Okay, but only if he calls me Master. Alright then, show me how it's done, Master. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Are you here to see the Mishi show? Yeah, I don't know why we'd be here otherwise. I see you guys found Yume? Yes, we picked her up just a minute ago. She was all wound up when we got here. It sounded like she had a lot of fun with Ferry and Shizuna, didn't you, sweetie? Yep, and now I'm gonna have fun with you and Maxim. We've got a lot of playing to do, so you better be ready. Oh, and we're gonna see Agnes and everybody else in the show later too. I'm so excited. Right there with you. Should be a good time. Well, we better not disappoint them. Really, it's nice to see the three of them enjoying themselves like this. You know, this is all really nice. Almost like we're family. I want to think long and hard about the kind of future I can have with the two of them. Yumi looks like she's having a lot of fun. I'm so glad. No one can know what the future is in store, but it would be nice if this happiness could last.
Why not give it a try?
There's still a whole bunch more things I want to do today. I'm gonna see Agnes and everyone else in the show later too. Hey, you shut up. We're just doing the last round of checks before the show. All the props have been inspected already, so the only things left to do is to help the performers get ready. Nice work, everyone. Everyone's done enough rehearsing. At this point, I'd say mental prep's more important than that. Fair point. Well, come what may, I think the show is going to bring down the house. It's thanks to everyone that it's turned out so well. All this pressure to deliver gives me a bad case of the jitters, though I wouldn't want to louse up a sure thing. My advice, just turn off your brain and focus on having fun. That's what I always do. I'll be taking the lead doing more dance, so just follow my moves and go with flow. You're not from that, I promise. It's a one and done part anyway, so once it's over, that's it. You've got one shot to dazzle the audience, so make it count. Thanks, you two. Boy, am I glad we have you pros around to give us a kick in the pants we need. I don't think I'm a pro just yet, but thanks. Speaking of thanks, I want to say I really appreciate you and Ferry helping with building the sets, Aaron. That's nothing. I don't mind carrying everyone's asses every now and then. Oh, and you can leave the other performers to us. We'll check in on them, so you guys can go out and have fun or whatever. Okay, man. Thanks, Aaron. Looking forward to seeing how it all comes together. It's getting harder and harder containing my excitement the closer we get to showtime. That's why I rushed on over here instead of Sarah. I'm totally on board with theme-based shows for the show. Just you wait, I'm gonna capture the hearts of everyone with my dancing.
Well...
Only thing left to do before the big show is check on all the students and the guest performers. My guys have all the moves down to an art. They're gonna knock everyone's socks off, guaranteed. Shame won't get much time to shine, but damn if they won't make it the best few minutes in the history of theater. Admittedly, I'm a little nervous at the prospect of going on stage, but I have little choice but to grin and bear it. Mark my words, I will give it my all. I thought I was just going to be a stagehand, but they're roping me into a small part toward the end of the play. I was hesitant at first, but after seeing all the blood, sweat and tears that went into this, I really want to make this the best show it can be. I know it'll only be here for the first day, but that won't stop me from giving my best effort. There's someone behind stage? Ah, the idols. We were invited to the festival as special guests and we'll be doing a show a little later. Hard to believe we're getting to perform at such a prestigious event. Never would have dreamed of this a few months ago. Now shake it off, sailor. You still got a long road ahead of you. Let's make today's performance the best one yet.
Why not give it a try?
We're up next time. I'm so nervous I might die. Okay. Deep breaths. Our group's totally been on fire lately, so we're good. We definitely capture everyone's hearts without fail. Thanks to my connections, I was able to secure a spot on the festival's guest stage. Now then, look alive, you two. Today's performance will bring a great deal of publicity for with you. Right. We're gonna rock the house.
Welcome to the mini market.
Your generosity knows no bounds, Your Highness. Yeah, seriously, I can't believe a princely family supplied the mini-market with all these furnishings. This was nothing more than a modest offering. Vecton could be forgiven for thinking it meager. I'm certain that thought crossed the mind of the young lady from Hayo, you know? Not at all, I was actually just thinking the incense burner I purchased a minute ago was very nice. It's gratifying without being gaudy. In my opinion, it's perfectly suited for a school festival like this. Well, that's certainly relieving to hear. Oh, by the way, I have an inquiry to make, Gambler Jack. I've heard many a tale of your legendary escapades. I take it you're well versed in the many clandestine activities that occur here in the capital, yes? And would you care to give me a tour this evening? Ah, so His Highness wants a little peek behind the curtain, huh? Sure, that sounds like a good time. Hey, wait a second, Jack. There's no way Naj is going to let you two get away with that. His Highness is up to no good as always. I feel for Hel and Naj. Reining those boys in can't be easy. I can compromise if need be. We could take Hel, Naj and Zita along on our convivial night on the town. Although our choices of destination may by necessity differ than if Jack and I had gone alone. Nonetheless, there's no shortage of mirth and merriment to be had on such an excursion. Seems like Kurt's always got a hands full with Jack. Now then, I think I'll do a little more shopping around the bazaar. I'd like to get a few gifts. I've got Shin covered, but incense burners for him. Aaron's actually been doing a lot for me recently, so maybe I'll get him a little something special. I did have a chance to chat with the Crown Prince during the party late last year. I like him. He seems like he's a real upstanding guy. Anyway, guess I better hurry up and get to work on my plan. You'd think Jack would be a little more mannerly when he's with literal royalty, but nope. And now he's planning to go sneaking off with a prince later tonight. Won't be able to take my eyes off those two for a single second. Alright. The Alpha Jets and a Mado combination.
As well as a
And
one-on-one basketball
Kasim,
game.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said back in Langport, and
To any daring
well, I don't think I've
challengers
quite
out
figured
there,
out
we've
the
got
answers
prizes that are
just
up for
yet,
grabs.
but I know I will
Why not
eventually
give it a
find a
try?
path that's true to my flame. Very good. One must be prudent when deciding the course of their life. And now that you have found your center, I have no doubt you will one day arrive at the answer you are searching for. Right. You're doing great, Fairy. She most certainly is. Now then, I suggest we set aside the more serious matters and focus on enjoying the festival. Shall we find something to eat? Heck yeah! I hardly ever get to spend time with you bunch, so let's see some smiles. Sure, I smile like the best of them. Thanks for that. You too, Mirabelle. That goes for you too, Chasm. Don't forget that you promised to spend the whole day with me. We're definitely playing Grid Hackers and the Quiz King tournament after this. Back to back. And Fairy will definitely be coming with, of course. That sound like a plan? You asked if we had any choice with matter, not that I would object, mind you. I need to keep that promise I made.
To any daring challengers out there, we've got
You're even
prizes
more
that are
animated
up
than
for grabs.
usual, Mirabelle.
Why not give it a try?
I will gladly accept your invitation. I always enjoy spending time with you. I'm really glad Fairy and Kasim got a chance to talk things over. Yeah, me too. Both Rosette and Mirabelle have informed me that you all served as advisors for the festival. I'm not very familiar with these sorts of events, but it looks like it came together nicely. Well, all I did was offer a little advice. Anyway, did you have something else you wanted to tell me? It's just, as your former teacher, something stuck me as off. However, it doesn't seem you're in need of my words at the moment. This guy always manages to see right through me. Does that mean... I know Kasim has a pretty sour look on his face, but I can tell he's glad to see how much Fairy is improving. The siblings have been reunited once more, and me and my best friend are along for the ride. It'd be a waste if we don't have a blast with it. But that's the moment, you know?
This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that
Glad I got that off my chest. I want to keep searching for the best way to be true to my inner flame. Oh, but for right now, I've just got to focus on enjoying the festival. I'm super jealous of Agnes. I mean, she gets to eat this delicious food every day. Talk about living the high life. It's not very often I get a chance to enjoy leisurely conversations like this. Earlier we even had the opportunity to take in all the sides of the festival together. Mirabelle and Mr. Alpha have been acting a bit peculiar, however. Well, if what I suspect is true, then I will happily cheer them on. That is an interesting combination. Whoops, we catch you at a bad time, Marielle. Oh, hi, Van. Not at all, I was just sitting down with Fun and Professor Concrete here to ask a few questions. She certainly caught me by surprise. One moment I was wandering the hallways, so next I'm face to face with her. I made it known that I turned down all impromptu interviews, but this young lady refused to listen. Sorry if I was a little coarse, but I promise I'll make it worth your while. This story gonna be one for the ages. So, Mr. Liu, going forward, do you believe sustainability is going to be key to maintaining a healthy economy in Calvert? Without a doubt. Our reliance on orbital power is far preferable to that of old fossil fuels. It is indisputably more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. It's a double-edged sword, however, given that the supply of septium is, unfortunately, finite. There's also the matter of the desertification of the East, for which the cost still eludes us. But I want to redirect our focus toward optimizing energy networks in our cities, rather than relying solely on natural resources. I truly believe that smart grids are the future. Oh right, Professor Hamilton touched on all this during her speech at a symposium the other day. She stressed the importance of the new advancements in the orbital network and AI technology. Let me jot all this down real quick. This relates to the world's sustainable development goals, right? Sounds like her article is about what we can anticipate in the future. Man, she's really been coming into her own, huh? I think I give it a read when she's done. On the subject of trimming the fat, the Vern Company underwent some executive restructuring in the aftermath of Thousand's dismissal. While not altogether uncommon, there exists a proclivity to make resource cuts, even if said measures result in the crippling of innovation. Perhaps there may yet exist a means of restoring some of those employees, on a conditional basis, mind you. There are limits to what Heyo can do if he remains slaves to tradition. That's precisely why we're making a list of all the stagnant ideas that we best discard. Zhao is cast to die, so the time for us to move forward is now. With Ashen's assistance, I intend to do everything within my power and influence to reform our organization. I was wanting to ask Professor Concrete about what we can expect with the TLoH going forward. I was curious about possible future iterations. But that was a dead end. Sounds like he jumped off that project after the initial launch. Still, he gave me a few things to chew on. The future's looking brighter than ever.
To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Oh, I know you two. You helped us out at Nemeth Island. Fancy meeting you here. We want to make the most of this opportunity since we work. That's why I'm going to spend all day playing with my little girl. Haven't I talked to you before? I'm so happy that he feels the same I do. Now we have to decide what route we want to take for the festival. I really am happy the three of us can spend together as a family for once. I'm a lover of art, so I'm really looking forward to this festival. I hear I have a good many paintings and sculptures on display. Maybe the three of us can go take a look later. I feel like I've talked to them before, but they were marked as not, so... Ah, the Far Eastern team? Ah, not bad. Looks like the people here have done some research on Eastern cuisine. And the results are pretty good. You should give this stuff a try, man. Indeed, I think you'll find it to your liking. I'll drink Eastern tea from time to time, but this particular blend is exceptional. I should very much like to know how it was brewed. The atmosphere is quite enchanting. I'd stay here the rest of the day if I could. Hey Shizuna, is it true that some of the students reached out to you for feedback on their booths? Yep. Though all I did was give them a few pointers after looking at the prototypes. And she heard some of us being called in as advisors. She decided she wanted in too. But the students were giddy as could be to hear a divine blade singing praises about their tea. You know, it just hit me how weird it is seeing you guys hang out together. How did this even happen anyway? Well, when I dropped by, Shizuna waved and motioned me to come on over. So I sat down and we started chatting about Eastern foods and tourist spots over tea. Oh, that sounds nice. Speaking of tourist spots, there's no better place to visit than Longlai in springtime. The sight of the trees in full bloom can't be beat. Overview of a nearby river with all the little pedals resting on top is a close second. I love fishing there during that time. That sounds lovely. I've been to Longlai more than a few times for film premieres. I don't think I've ever been there during the spring. Its beauty is astonishing. I only wish we were able to bring some of that vitality back to the wastelands. Me and the gang went to Longlai last year, but we didn't get to fully enjoy it. Things were a little hectic. Wouldn't mind going back for some actual R&R sometime. Oh, take me with you. I can give you a full tour of the place. We can cap it off with another duel in the Ishka Mountains. And why the hell do you think I'd want to do that? You'd make a real shit tour guide, you know that? Speaking of Longlai, I heard Judith went there in secret and then ran into you and your group. She didn't tell me all the details, but it sounded like quite a bit happened. Or if she was there with all of you, I'm sure she had a good time. The school festival is certainly entertaining. I'm sure the students put no small amount of effort into it. By the way, I heard Katra, Esmeralda, and even Cronkite are here today. Perhaps I'll meet up with them once I finish my tea.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls.
We first met in the fall last year, right? And we've crossed paths many times since. I think fate is sending a message. Oh, and speaking of Longlai, I'm pretty familiar with the Ishka Mountains, so next time you're there, I'll be happy to give you a grand tour. A view from the summit is breathtaking, and there's some wild wedges off a beaten path that you've got to try. Pass, not much of a mountain climber, sorry. Besides, what makes you think I'd go along with you on this hypothetical trip of yours? Ah, there you Nate. If I'm not mistaken, you received a call from HQ, correct? For your sake, I hope you didn't ignore it. Wait, hold the phone, Inspector. I'm really sorry, but my girlfriend and I really just got back together. I understand that some important people are here at the festival, and I know the school asked for more security here, but... you're going to abandon me? No, never mind. It's okay, Nate. Duty calls, I understand how demanding your job is. Just a moment. I'll take care of a security deal. You can stay. You mean it? Are you feeling under the weather, Inspector? It's not like you to be so generous. Don't worry, I won't be making a habit of it. I assure you. Consider this my thanks for all the hard work you've been putting in lately. I'll contact HQ to let them know I'm taking over. Enjoy your date, Detective. Thank you, Inspector. You don't know how much this means to me. I promise I'll pay you back tenfold for this. I want to thank you too. I really appreciate it. The inspector said he had plans with his family. I really hate to put him out like this. But days like this don't come often, and I'd be dumb as brick to pass up his generosity. I knew Nate's relationship with his girlfriend was strained. I hadn't planned on butting in, but I think the situation called for it this time. We're normally expected to respond whenever we're called upon, but just this once I'll cover for him. Asvani is a good family man. I really want to try and be more understanding of Nate's work situation in the future. That said, I know I would have been really disappointed if he had to go right now. Good on his boss for letting him stay.
As well as a one-on-one basketball game.
It's amazing to think about how far the three of us have come. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. We used to play together a lot back when we were little. Before I moved, I mean. Oh, Dad was always doing something ridiculous. You and I had our hands full trying to keep her in check. Funny, that's not how I remember it. As I recall, you were the only one of us who was fretting up a storm. And sometimes you even cried your little eyes out. I did not. Okay, fine, there were times where I did a little. Anyway, that's all ancient history now. I have you know, I've grown quite a bit since then. True, we both have. Oh, Dad is much more attentive than she used to be. And you've grown into someone you can always be dependent on in a pinch, Albert. You say that like you haven't done the most maturing out of all of us. Ever since we met up again at Aramis, you've, how do I put this? I guess it's like you've always been taking steps forward, little by little. After you picked up that part-time job last year, you catapulted forward at blinding speeds and became a beacon for us all. Really? Surely you're exaggerating. No way, I mean, look at Albert. He's been anxious around you all year. He knows he's gonna have to haul butt if he wants to get elected. You don't have to remind me, I'm not anxious around her. I'll be waiting for you, Albert. Thanks. Gee, she sure is wasted on the young, that's for sure. During last year's festival, we were all just fledgling first years, so we got to wander around without a care in the world. Oh, to be blissfully ignorant. Past me had no idea what she'd been in for a year later. Preparing for a festival was certainly a challenge, but I'd say it was worth it. I wouldn't trade the days we spent on it for the world. I agree with you there. There was a lot I learned throughout the process, thanks to Ren. I learned there's absolutely no way I can measure up to her.
Thank you for
Talk about a tough act to follow.
This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis.
The girls at the table are total babes. Wish I could work up the courage to talk to them. That Central Eastern girl kind of reminds me of another girl I saw in a movie recently. I think I actually saw Judith and Nina around here too. Aramis festival must be something to attract all these stars. There are a few things I would describe as out of this world, but the flavor of Liberlian tea is a notable exception. There's a distinct aroma as well. Must have been brewed in a traditional manner. Oh my, you must be quite a tea expert, Elaine. What is you helped out with this booth? I also heard you gave the people running it some Quincy Bell snacks. Well, is that all true? Indeed it is. The Quincy parlor manager was kind enough to provide them when I inquired about it. I was wondering how they got a hold of those. Suppose it makes sense. Yes, despite all that happened with the company, you're still a daughter of your Claire family. It's hard for me to think of you as anything other than the indomitable beauty spade. To forget that you're a member of the elite sometimes. Oh goodness, that came out all wrong. Please don't take it the wrong way. It's fine, don't worry. Even I don't really think of myself as a member of the old nobility. I'm far more interested in these lovely Liberlian treats that Lilac graciously prepared for us. Libel is a kingdom in the southwestern part of the continent, right? It's always seemed so far away, but now that Lila has brought a little piece from her home, it feels so much closer. I almost want to go down there on vacation sometime. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I'm sure there's so many great things to see there. Diplomatic relations with the Empire and Crossbow have been smoothed over, so we could go there anytime. That sounds like it'd be a great experience for you too. Nice to see Elaine let her hair down for a change. Shahina is awfully excited about her upcoming performance. In fact, I'd say she's a little antsy. She's in the auditorium as we speak. Not that I blame her for being excited, of course. I'm looking forward to taking the stage as well. Speaking of which, I should make my way over there soon. There are a few last-minute checks I'd like to perform.
As well as a one-on-one basketball game.
I think this is the first time we've had a chance to chat like this since the party last year. I don't have many friends since I'm always cooped up in the lab. That's why getting to hang out with you all makes me so happy. I'd like to spend time with Rosette and Najee too. I think I'll go look for them later.
I heard they're going to have a live performance.
I don't often have a chance to speak with Sarah and Esmeralda, but they're definitely a fun pair to chat with. It's interesting to learn about fields outside of my own line of work.
Do you have what it takes to oust our
Honestly, I'm a little
resident
surprised he
game
made the time to
master?
come
Then I
here
invite
given how
you
busy
to
he is
come
right
by
now.
and try your luck.
He's supposed to be fully booked this evening, right? Maybe just want him to take a break before his schedule gets crazy. Oh no, the guy who's always running his mouth suddenly went quiet? That means something's wrong, doesn't it? No, nothing's wrong. Just thinking is all. As much as I hate to admit it, that man is a master politician, for good or for ill. Not every politician takes the time to be out among the public like this. It's not hard to see how he's won over the hearts of everyone. He's got into office by coating his campaign with honeyed words and false promises. All he wanted was power. He doesn't care for the good of the people or the Republic. Like Rocksmith and my father did. Cody. But I did learn something from all this. Glamard's prepared to carry the weight of his nation on his shoulders, and he's more than capable of doing so. I don't know where he found the impetus to take on such an arduous task. But I do know that whatever reasons he had for becoming the president, they're damn sure they're shallow. There's something about him that still terrifies me, but I'm willing to admit he might be the leader our nation needs right now. Ha! Never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth. His true goals remain shrouded in mystery, but I feel like I can say with confidence he isn't like Rocksmith or the Blood and Iron Chancellor. I don't know what direction he's steering this country, but no matter what course we take, we'll have to see it through, right by his side. Yeah, that's exactly what I intend to do. For the record, that wasn't a confession of admiration. The only president I'll ever admire is Rocksmith, and don't you ever forget it. Oh, don't worry, you've made that virtually impossible. So I still remember what happened when we coup d'etat. Those two should put us through the ringer back then. Oh well, we got through it in one piece at the end of the day. Also if it ends well.
Well...
The president will be here in the student council office for the duration of his stay at the festival. His time here is limited though, so if you have any business with him, now's the time. He's a very busy man, as you're not aware. Oh, it's you. If you'd like to go in there, you're more than welcome to. The president seems eager to speak with you. Oh, I hear some voices coming from inside them. I think it's Ren and Miss Matilda and Miss Tower by the sound of it. I hear that too. We don't have to go in there if you don't want to. Now we may as well since we're already here. You've changed quite a bit, but you know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm beginning to believe I'll always be the naive student I used to be in your eyes, Miss Matilda. Oh, hi Agnes. Hello Mr. Arkwright. Ah, you're finally here. Let me put on some more tea for you. Oh no, that's okay. You don't have to do that. Well, I shouldn't be leaving the nurse's office empty for too long, so I better be going. Please take your time and enjoy yourselves. I wish you all the best, Mr. President. Thank you. Please take care of yourself. I didn't realize you knew Miss Matilda. She's been on faculty since my days in the academy. She's helped me a great deal during that time of my life. I assume the same could be said for you and Mr. Kincaid, yes? Indeed, she has been something of an advisor to the student council for a very long time. Oh, and she was also a bit of a caretaker of a certain problem child, whose antics caused the poor woman no end of undue stress. Is that so? I can easily picture that. Yeah, I'll admit I was a bit of a troublemaker. Hey, wait. You want to talk? You caused her a lot of headaches yourself. I bet Ren did too. Anyway, what brings you here today, Mr. President? The last time we spoke, Oh. Don't worry, Agnes. I've known all about you and your dad since before I came to the Republic. I also remember what happened back then. Oh, you did? I'm guessing the same goes for you, Mr. Press? Correct. I remember everything that happened quite clearly. By the way, I also heard all about your exploits with the Garden Master from Kincaid. Part of the reason I came here today was to thank you in person. Even if that coup d'etat ultimately didn't come to fruition, the fact remains that you saved the capital, and dispelled the shadows of our past that would have no doubt consumed our present. Oh, wish I could take all the credit, but I can't. Had a bit of help with that. I trust the items were passed down to my daughter from my mother-in-law proved useful in that situation. If so, then, as your father and as family, I'd like to express just how grateful I am. Dad? Well, if you really are so grateful, then how about you show it by giving me some... Of course, considering it never happened and cannot be disclosed to the public, I'm afraid I'm unable to provide you with any remuneration. Damn mirror-pinching cheapskate. Must you always be so difficult, Dad? He jests. We prepared a small reward. This is where having a secret reserve fund comes in handy. It isn't much, but I suggest you keep it on a short leash. Otherwise he will spend it all in one place. Understood, will do? No, won't do. Do you not trust my daughter, Mr. Arkwright? Is her performance not satisfactory? Oh, and if memory serves, when you visited our home at the end of last year, you only stayed for a slice of cake and left in quite a huff. We should arrange a time where we can sit and talk frankly, man to man. Perhaps we could book a sauna session. You're in the sauna? Wait, no, I don't know. Hey, what the hell are you doing with a cipher, Renee? Well, I'm simply putting in a reservation at a private sauna that opened recently. I don't remember saying I agreed to this. Try not to let them get to you, Van. Well, at least we are able to shift the conversation away from the subject of a Genesis. Agreed. Well, in any case, I feel a little more at ease now. I guess he really is a father at heart. Although I can't help but be a little worried about where things will go from here. Me too. That plan of his, whatever it entails, has been progressing for the past 2 years now. We still know very little about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he makes an announcement about it before long. Afterwards, Van left the student council office and resumed his rounds with Agnes. We get another connection point. So we can take one other... But which one? There's a lot of good ones. I forgot to mention earlier, but the tea was really good. Why, thank you. I guess it was worth breaking out the special blend. Of course, I'd be remiss not to provide the best tea we have if the president is visiting. This is all part and parcel for being the student council president. But that's not the only reason you're here, right? Naturally, I have a few personal matters to discuss as an advisor to the ZCF and a negotiator for the Epstein Foundation. Yeesh, you've got a finger in every pie in the market, don't you? I came over because I heard my name called on the PA system, but I didn't realize it was because the president wanted to speak with me. Alright, you're working the quiz competition just now, weren't you? You must have a lot on your plate. It's alright, I want to say hello at some point anyway. We had a really interesting conversation about NGOs and force. In an unofficial capacity, of course. Unofficial? They sound awfully chummy. Are you going to be performing the special performance later, Agnes? Yes, I am. My role is rather small, though. I said so. I'd hoped I'd be able to stay for the whole thing, but unfortunately my schedule's a bit packed this evening. I apologize, but I'll likely have to leave partway through. Dad, it's okay, I know you're busy. I'm just happy you were willing to make the attempt. Do your best out there, okay? I will.
Firmly believed in.
I may have to leave partway through the evening performance, but I do at least plan to attend. I wonder if it'll be even more interesting than the one they put on 8 years ago.
Enjoy.
You saw that? Well, only a recording. I must say it had quite the impact. The story of a Calvadian revolution. Have any plans to write a sequel? Not really, it was more of a one-off kind of thing, you know? This guy's something else. Now you have two choices, dry sauna or steam sauna. Which would you like me to book? Of course, if Mr. President has a preference, that will be given priority. Wait, you are serious about the reservation? No, I jest. We will be giving you due compensation. Many factors are playing against us, but the fact remains that we failed to nip the coup in the butt. You may think of it as remuneration for helping pinpoint cracks in our defenses. Why do I feel like you guys are turning me into your personal test monkey? Oh well, I ain't about to look a gift horse in the mouth.
This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis. What's next? The founder of our academy. Firmly believes
Any differences? Not on this floor.
Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy.
To think that young man I knew would grow up to become the Republic's president. I suppose it does make sense, however. He's always managed to stand out among his peers, even back then. And of course, Agnes is with this group now. During last year's festival, we were all just fledgling first years, so we got to wander around without a care in the world. Oh, to be blissfully ignorant. Preparing for the festival was certainly a challenge, but I'd say it was worth it. I wouldn't trade the days we spent in the world. Same text we had before, just Agnes wasn't with us.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one
I have to say, when I saw that fine craftsmanship at the front entrance, my jaw hit the floor and it wasn't alone there.
To any daring
The decorations in here are really stylish too. You're making quite a name for yourself here, aren't you, Kisara? Okay, lay off a praise. Gonna die of embarrassment here. I bet Rebecca feels the same way. A little, but I manage. Anyway, congrats again on getting into school here, Kisara, and thanks for all you've done for the festival so far. Good luck greeting all the visitors. Chris will be treating us to dinner tonight, so that should give you something to look forward to. Yeah, whatever. Oh, dinner sounds good. Mind if I invite myself over? Sure, the more the merrier. Hey, maybe you can invite Curtis over too? That's not actually. He and Kisara aren't exactly on the best terms. I mean, it's not that bad, but yeah, that's a way of getting under my skin. Yeah, I get it. Personally, I think the smaller the group, the better. Of course you'd think that your old town's resident shut and wouldn't have it any other way. Why the long face, Kisara? It's nothing, just... I don't know, I guess I just want to say thanks, you know? For everything. I'm grateful to all of you guys. Haha, you're more than welcome. Not that I did much of anything myself, of course. Yeah, it wasn't easy helping you study for that entrance exam, but that's what friends are for. Agreed. Things have been much more fun since you came into our home. Guess I was worrying for nothing, because I was fitting in just fine. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Kisara smile. We'll tell Chris about this later. It's just me, or are there more people now than there were a minute ago? I think I'm reaching my limit. Save me one. Hey, no one's forcing you to stay here. If you got a jet, you got a jet. There's a written portion in Aramis' scholarship exam. Help Kisara study for that. Only when she told me she'd never once been to Sunday school, I thought, yeah, there's no way. But I guess I'm a pretty darn good teacher and a serious miracle worker, cause she passed. I'm so happy for her. Kizawa sure has changed a lot since Meslam. Hardly recognize her. Rebecca and Chris really have been taking a liking to her. I'm glad I decided to take her in. If she decided to be a part of the family for good, I'd be the happiest man in the world. My original goal was to land a job anywhere other than here and leave Old Town for good. The plan changed though. I had a hard time admitting this to myself for a while, but before I knew it, I started to care about Old Town. It became important to me. So I guess I just don't want to leave people to worry about me anymore. Good, but that was it for this episode, I think. I think off-screen I do spend the rest of the activity points and the one connection point. I'm not quite certain on what yet. Said well, I find all choices interesting. I tend to Shizuna, but honestly, she's so close I might just try to get some gem rewards for her from her making garden. But I really liked her event, man. But I like all the events. Grimcourt was a bit terrible, but I'm not too much of a fan of Judith's goofiness at times. Anyway, until next time then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.